Hey everybody, it's Kevin with the Really Stampede, and I am over at Zoe's Cafe Event Center, and we're going to teach you guys a little bit about coffee. So like I said, we are over at Zoe's Cafe and Event Center, and I have Amelia here with me, and you're gonna teach us a little about roasting the coffee beans. So before we get into the coffee, we gotta know, how do we get those beautiful beans to make coffee? So tell us a little bit about this contraption you have behind you.
Yes, yeah, so this is our roaster. And so we get our beans as green beans.
And not like the gross green beans you get in a can, right?
No.
These are different green beans.
Right, these are the good kinds that you get to roast and then drink in your coffee.
Alright, so I don't think anybody realizes, and actually the camera this, the beans for coffee start out green, like she said. Not the beautiful roasted look that you see.
Not yet.
Alright, so to get ready to put the coffee beans inside the machine, is there anything that you need to do to get ready? Or is this, I know you told me this has been warming up.
Yes.
So is there a temperature that we're shooting for this to be warmed up, or what does that look like?
Yeah, so for our Peru coffee, which is this coffee right here, it's, we're gonna drop it at 427 degrees.
427?
Yeah, so right now, the roaster is warming up, and then I'm gonna set it at 427, and then when the roast is done, the roaster is basically gonna tell me, and I'm gonna drop it into the cooling tray after about 30 minutes. But yeah, you want me to walk you through the
Totally. Let's get into the process of roasting this coffee.
Yep, so I put our temperature at 427 degrees, and I'm gonna set my gas at 75%, and then our airflow is gonna be at 50%.
The setting's ready to go. You're gonna take the green coffee and drop it into the hopper?
Drop it into the hopper, and
Alright.
we're doing 2 of these.
2 of these. So this is about 4.5 pounds of coffee.
Correct, yeah. So the beans are in the hopper.
It's in the hopper.
And I am going to drop the green beans into the drum when at 400 degrees.
So inside the drum, you can I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sounds like there's a lot of fire going on inside the drum right now. So that's actually what's going to roast the coffee as it's slowly turning inside of it.
Yep. Yeah. So I start my roast at 75% gas and 50% air.
Okay.
And then halfway through the roast, it's going to tell me, it's going to start beeping at me, which means I need to be close by for it to
Then warning, coffee's almost ready.
Right, yeah. And then at that point, when it starts beeping, I'm going to turn my gas down to 50%.
Okay.
Because it doesn't need as much fire going at that point. And
Sure.
then just turn my air all the way up. And then, like I said, at 427 degrees, I'm going to drop it. So, yeah.
So then, how do you know that the beans are actually ready? And besides the machine telling you, are you looking for anything when you get the beans out?
Yeah, so we have this cool little tester here that throughout the roast you can pull the beans out and check to see where they're at.
Oh.
So right now you can tell that they're barely been cooked, so they're still green. But you can see a little
So
guy
this
in there
starts pretty
already.
quick.
he might be an old bean that got hot in our tester, but that's what it's going to turn into. So
Nice.
then what I like to do is just dump them out, and then I just put them in a row as we go.
So for this, but you said this is Peru, right?
It's for Peru.
So are you going for a dark roast with this, or is this going to be a lighter?
This is a lighter roast. And yeah.
Do you normally see like a darker roast, do they actually take more time, or is it just the bean?
It does, yeah. So our Kenyan bean is what we use for our espresso. It's actually a blend of Kenyan and our Peru, so it turns out to be a medium roast,
Right.
or a medium, our espresso is medium, but being our Peru is light, and then our Kenyan, we brought that at 435
Good.
versus 427. So it turned out to be darker.
A little bit darker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so while the coffee beans are doing their thing, I'm over here with Phil, and there's something special about your guys' coffee. This isn't just any standard coffee you go to the grocery store or you pick up. Tell our viewers what they should know about your coffee beans.
Yeah, so it's been a fun story that's kind of played out for kind of the way we source our coffee. We started our coffee shop back in 2009 and been doing this for whatever, 10, 11 years now. And when we got into this, we wanted to have a really good community-driven story with our coffee. That was something we started early on. So we found a company in Chicago and kind of sourced our coffee out of them. But one of the things that stood out, actually two things that stood out with their story in Chicago, was that they had what they were calling a relationally traded coffee from a coffee farm in Honduras, and they roasted their own coffee.
Nice.
So we went to this place in Chicago back in 2009 and said we can do this, both the relational trade as well as the coffee roasting.
So is the relational trade more than just fair trade? Like it's going beyond.
Yeah, relational trade is a term we made up. So just so you know, because it's the way that we've articulated, there's direct trade coffee, there's fair trade coffee, there's just regularly imported coffee, that kind of thing. And we said we want our community to interact with the community of the farm. So through a lot of different relationships, we were able to connect with a coffee farm in Villarrica, Peru. It's on the eastern end of the Amazon rainforest. And over the course of the last 10 years, we've established those relationships. We've taken teams to the farm. We've helped pick coffee. We've helped maintain the coffee farm. We've planted over 20,000 trees on this coffee farm. And then every year now, for about 5 years, we've imported our coffee directly to us, and so are able to establish that. But it's really about the relationship with the coffee farmers, with the family, with the region, and trying to have them help make a difference here as well as us make a difference there. So that's a little bit of our story.
That is awesome. I mean, that's beautiful about something as simple as coffee is connecting communities together. I mean, that's a long ways away, but you guys are making an amazing impact on that community by working with them rather than just trying to buy the cheapest coffee that you can and sell it for as much as you can.
Yeah, it's a horrible business model, I'll tell you right now. That is not a cheap way to do it, but it's...
Change is not cheap.
Correct.
Change is not cheap. But it's those small steps that businesses like those are doing that is making the world a better place, much more sustainable business model.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. So some of these pictures behind us kind of tell the story about your coffee shop and the upbringing and changing and getting the coffee beans, everything like that.
And this is the family of the coffee farm up here. I'm actually wearing the shirt. So Mama Nelly, she's the matriarch of the coffee farm.
Oh, I see it. Yes.
Yeah, so it was their farm, and she had 11 children, and they split that farm 11 ways. And so Anita is the daughter of Mama Nelly. And so our early days and early years on the coffee farm, Mama Nelly was just an incredible woman. She hosted us, she made us food, she took care of us, it was incredible. Passed away recently, We've named her coffee after her, so Mom and Ellie is the coffee you can buy here at Zoe's, and then obviously honored her with shirts, and it's kind of the matriarch of Zoe's now is our Mom and Ellie coffee. So she's an amazing woman.
So awesome. That's awesome. So how has the farm managed with COVID? Have they been affected by everything going on? I know coffee itself has, but what's your relationship like with them?
It's been interesting. In Peru, they've had a shelter in place for a long time. One of the projects that we were a part of, I'm looking to see if there's a picture here, we took a team down there in 2011 and actually built a house on the coffee farm. So when they would come to the farm, they could live there and maintain it. And so they have actually sheltered in place in our house the last 5 months. The house that we built, which has been, and we say houses, their standard houses are different than ours. But it's a phenomenal place. I would love to shelter in place in this house. It's gorgeous. As a result of having them on the farm, we had our biggest crop ever. Probably double the size we've ever imported, honestly, about 2,500 pounds this year. So while COVID has presented a lot of challenges from a coffee farming community in the middle of the rainforest. It's actually been a good thing. Yeah, it's presented a good thing for them. It's worked out really well. And again, there's a direct support relationship with them. And so what we're doing is above and beyond a direct trade kind of situation. And so that kind of crop is really helping them be successful.
Alright, so we are now back with Amelia, and she has dropped the coffee beans into the cooling station now? Cooling tray. So how long are the beans going to cool down for? Is like a temperature that you should be for?
Roughly, I need about 15 to 20 minutes for the beans to cool, but I want to make sure that I get the beans into here before I drop the finished batch into the cooling tray. So I want to make sure that happens before I have to drop my next dose.
Right.
So I need about 15 to 20 minutes for that to happen. So you can kind of feel the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So now Phil was telling me that he eats the coffee bean and tasted it with extra coffee.
Right.
Are we allowed to try that?
If you want to try it, you're welcome to.
Well, Phil said it's good. I have some coffee and I have the coffee beans. Where do you go? Let's taste it. You know what? I think I might have a new way of drinking coffee.
There you go.
I was getting a handful of coffee beans and some coffee. That is delicious.
Perfect.
And that was a lot more crunchy than I thought it was going to be. Well, yeah, no, because a lot of times you get them and they're kind of soft, like when they're more oily, they got the bag and it's sitting there for a long time.
Yeah.
They're actually roasted. That's what you can just sit there and eat that like popcorn.
Right?
I mean, you're going to be shaky.
You might not sleep for a few weeks.
Yeah, that's fine. Who needs sleep? So I'm over here with Amelia again, and now that we have the coffee beans roasted, we're actually going to walk through making an espresso drink, and you're going to do a nutty Irishman latte, correct?
Correct.
And this is something that you guys can make at home, so pay attention.
What I'm gonna do here is pull 2 espresso shots for my latte. I'm gonna take my portafilter, and our beans are in this hopper right here. So this is my 8 ounce of beans and then my espresso. And I'm gonna go ahead and grind my beans. Here I have my scale, and I'm going to tamp my espresso at 35 pounds. And over here is our syrups. So I'm going to make a nutty Irish cream latte, which basically it's Irish cream, hazelnut, and caramel. So I'm just going to do 2 cups of Irish cream, a cup of hazelnut, a cup of caramel. And it's one of our most popular drinks, which is why I'm making it today. And I'm going to steam my milk and pull my espresso shots at the same time. So I'm going to clean off my steam one and purge it. And I purge it because we just don't want all that extra water that came out of it to go into the milk. So I'm going to start by steaming my milk. And I'm waiting for it to get to 100, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull my shot. And there you have it.
So thank you guys for having us down at Zoe's Cafe events. We had so much fun learning about your coffee and the process. So for everybody that wants to come down and enjoy Zoe's, what are your hours?
Yeah, so this week is our last week that we have our 9 to 5 hours. But starting next week, we'll be open to 9 to midnight again.
All right.
Yeah.
From 9 to midnight, come down, get some coffee, enjoy this beautiful building, get some beautiful coffee. Again, thank you guys. We will see you next time.